Throughout over 70 years of monitoring and combating dilemmas regarding world health, the WHO has managed to garner numerous achievements which have revolutionized world health. Introduced on April 7, 1948 in Geneva, Switzerland, this day would be known as World Health Day and also marks the formation of the WHO. Their aims have previously been decided by the Constitution and remains vastly the same to this day. Today, the WHO consists of over 150 countries in over 6 regions, all working in unison to take the correct measures to counter and deal with any global health dilemmas that may arise.
Elimination of smallpox, 1977.
Arguably one of the WHO's greatest feats was the elimination of the smallpox virus during 1977, which then made its way into newspapers, history textbooks, and exam papers. Smallpox was a highly contagious virus with origins tracing to over 3,000 years ago. Smallpox first appeared in China during the early 4th century before spreading like wildfire during the 5th and 6th century as a result of increased trading between Asian countries. By the late 17th century, smallpox had spread internationally, impacting those all around the world. Smallpox was a devastating disease and killed 3 out of 10 individuals that contracted the virus. Those who survived were often left with deep scars on their face. Although research and development of a possible vaccination began during the late 17th century to 18th century, not much progress was made, and it was only targeted towards a niche group of individuals. However, Edward Jenner was an English doctor that observed that those that contracted cowpox became immune to smallpox. He released his discoveries to the world, and it instantly gained attention with his discovery being cited as a successful vaccination for smallpox. In 1959, the World Health Organization came up with a plan to eradicate and remove the smallpox virus. Unfortunately, their plan was instantly plagued with lack of funding, personnel, and no commitment from countries around the world. Despite their best efforts, smallpox was still a worldwide dilemma throughout the 1960s. The WHO then reintroduced their program with stricter guidelines, more funding, and supporters, along with decisions to take more actions. This program would grow to be known as the Intensified Eradication Program. This program would prove successful, and by 1977, all traces of smallpox had been eradicated. The WHO would officially declare the world as free from smallpox, and to this day, it stands as one of the largest feats and greatest achievements regarding international public health.
Global Polio Eradication Initiative, 1988. In 1988, polio virus cases were predicted to be around 350,000 annually. It affects mainly young members of society and could cause lifelong paralysis or even death. So, the WHO made a response and resolved to a plan with intent to eradicate the polio virus. All vulnerable children are to be traced down so a vaccinator could quickly enter the infected area to vaccinate and prevent the possible future spread of the virus. This took place in remote villages, huge cities, and even conflict zones. From 1994 onwards, the WHO announced the Americas are polio-free. Then came Europe in 2002, and then Southeast Asia in 2014. World polio virus cases have decreased by over 99% since 1988. 80 million people have been prevented from paralysis. An estimated 1.5 million childhood deaths have been prevented. About 40 to 50 billion US dollars have been saved thanks to the WHO. 2009 H1N1 pandemic. After incompatibility in their policy was found out, the WHO removed pandemic guidelines from the WHO website. Because of this, they created confusion within the WHO on their decision to call the H1N1 outbreak a pandemic or not. The World Health Organization's communication problem also led on to some other problems. Despite many experts agreeing only one dose of vaccine being needed for the human body to be immune, the WHO announced that 2 doses are needed. Many critics think that the WHO has exaggerated the danger. As a result, there is an uneven distribution of vaccines, where some countries are oversupplied and others don't have enough vaccinations. The WHO also decided to label the disease as swine flu. Because of this, many pigs in countries such as Norway, Iraq, and Egypt got slaughtered and killed, even though the WHO clearly stated there is no reason to believe that the pigs are transmitting the flu to humans. In addition, in countries such as Indonesia and Russia, trade bans were put up against pig-related products. By the time the problem and the confusion got detected, it was already too late for the WHO. The damage has already been done. Conclusion. In conclusion, we believe that the World Health Organization has lost its ability to be neutral, impartial, and unbiased. Nowadays, they get into politics too much. We, and many other people doubt that the World Health Organization can maintain their success with outside interference. However, we must not forget what the WHO has done over the years to help us as a human race. We think that the best thing for the WHO to do as of right now is to overhaul the whole organization to ensure the checks and balances are in place. We need to do this to prevent another disease outbreak from going too far.